So I'm going to keep this brief, but a film between my two scariest topics, which are Mexican drug cartels and beauty pageants. What do you think is actually scarier today?
Which is scarier? That is a damn good question. Oh my God, I would not want to be involved in either one.
Do you think there's any overlapping skill sets that you'd need for both?
People skills.
I was noticing in the film that there's a lot of, smiling when maybe you are terrified inside.
Oh,
and,
that's a good point. Like exuding confidence no matter what. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that, what attracted you originally to the story, which I know is based on a true story of a Mexican beauty pageant queen.
Right. The original inspiration was that. And then I thought that the idea was really interesting. I'm from the Mexican border, South Texas, McAllen, Texas. So I grew up with that rich, cultural mishmash, clash, which I love all the things that happen on the border. I mean, it's just so unique. And so when I saw this whole border story and the chance to film it in Mexico, in Tijuana, I love Mexico. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And then, of course, the idea of this a normal girl that has to find her own inner strength to fight everything, every crazy level of new stuff that's thrown at her, institutions and, gangs and everything, that she finds that strength. So I love that idea.
What was behind the decision to make Gloria an American, Mexican-American, instead of just a Mexican beauty pageant?
I think that was a really cool idea that the producer and the new writer had, to make it feel a little bit more global and expanded, so that you really felt like, in a way, I've been talking to people that a lot of people feel that. Even a friend of mine who's Vietnamese feels like she grew up in the U.S., doesn't speak Vietnamese fluently, so when she goes back to Vietnam, she doesn't quite fit into Vietnam, but she doesn't feel like she fits in here too. So that's something that a lot of people kind of feel. Latinx people feel, and from all cultures feel like, what's my identity, and that was something that broadened the film.
I really like the part where Lena and Gloria are talking. It's almost like they're both sort of outsiders in both countries because of the way they feel. The original movie came out in 2011.
Right.
What do you think about the representation and sort of the view of how people see see Mexicans these days in America, and is that sort of an issue or something you considered when making a movie about dangerous criminals?
Well, our movie has a lot of Mexicans represented in the film. Her best friend Suzu, a cool little kid, the brother, the neighbors, all the different people. So, and of course, other members in the beauty pageant and everything. So it's not like we're saying, okay, everybody in Mexico is one way by any means. But the original film had a very passive character. The woman in the film was quite passive. And so I was just screaming at the screen, do something, kick butt. I mean, I think that worked in 2011. But now we want to see a woman that's really, has agency and is really trying to get herself out of this tough situation.
Well, I know there's probably not a chance that there's going to be a sequel, but Laura was supposed to be Miss Universe and go on to that. So if there was any chance, it seems like it would be a good place to go global.
That would be very fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.